Hello, we will continue with the second part of our course about digitalization and traceability in food supply chain. After analysis of the application of traceability in food supply chain, his importance, his role, and also for digitalization and development of new tools to analysis of supply chain step by step during different stage of the processes from production to logistic to shelf life and to consumers. All this stage needs control and monitoring of different parameters regarding temperature, physical parameter, chemical parameters, and also biological parameters. And so digitalization and traceability play a central role in food supply chain and for all industry of applicated and food industry. For the second part, we will talk about section number 4 about sustainable and innovation. For this section number 5, the objective is to create links between digitalization to sustainability and innovation and food systems. And the last section, such as section number 3, we will talk about the importance of this digitalization in enabling and monitoring and collecting the data between using different tools for each stage of the production chain. So in this section number 4, we'll analyze the relation between these actors, digitalization, traceability, and innovation and food supply. And this table we present different aspects regarding energy, waste, and innovation, and digital rule and for different tools used for this aspect regarding the monitoring of the energy, reduction of the waste, and the new models create new tools for the part of innovation. About digital tools for sustainability, it's a big area of research and development. Digital tools support efficient use of energy, water, and raw materials in different agri-food sector. They help companies meet environmental and economic goals simultaneous and also compliance with regulatory. In this link, we have a visual sustainable processing framework, and I invite the learners are invited to visualize this processing framework and to understand more new research and new tools for used on this digitalization for sustainability. About traceability, there is relation to environmental impact. The objective is to protect and to minimize the impact of environmental effect. Digital traceability reduces the environmental impact by minimizing waste and optimization logistics. And this also on this link, we have this all this some factors and some example of this minimization of the waste and optimization of logistic using different tools for traceability, for tracking different stage of supply chain, and also and thus provide collect data and minimize the impact of environmental. It also supports environmental certification and life cycle assessment, for example, for LCA as explained in the previous course. Innovation opportunities in digital food supply chain is one of the area of research, as I explained. Digital traceability creates innovation opportunities by enabling new products, services, and business models in food supply chain. It's the base for any progress in the food supply chain. For each stage of production, using the equipment or materials that are used, we develop these materials using the data collected by digital and traceability analysis. Companies can use traceability data to develop value-added services such as quality certification or origin store tailoring and consumer information. It's all this analysis provide advantage for each part of supply chain, from raw material to consumer. This table we explain this area and disadvantage or benefit from each part. For example, for business models, we use smart labels and objective benefit for consumer and trust and create transparency between the industry and consumer. Services for digital certification and market access for exportation, for example, and regulation compliance. Data are used for analytics and efficiency with high quality of data with high value with high value and signification of the analysis. Innovation entrepreneurship and resilience is a big, and it's one of the topic of the actuality, and also for the research. Resilience using digital traceability. This traceability, new tools innovation support entrepreneurship by lowering barriers to market entry, especially for small and medium-sized enterprises. Digital records improve credibility and access to formal markets. And in this link, we have some visual explain of, for example, for some system management, digitalization framework. And from a resilience perspective, digital systems improve crisis response, improve quality of the result, and also resolve some problematic for some industry, enabling faster repairs and adaptive supply chain management during these disruptions. For section number 5, we will talk about practical application. Many practical applications have developed based on this vision of digitalization and traceability for supply chain. In this section, we will talk about some practical application and real-world example for digital traceability in food processing and distribution. And this link, we have a different application for some supply chain implementation with some example. But in this table, we summarize some of this example for different sector. For example, for dairy sector, for meat sector, and for produce and general sectors. We use some tools such as sensors, RFID, or QR code. And objective in general of these new tools is to improve quality, safety, and transparency, and create the high product quality and trust between manufacturers and consumers. I have also answered this link for just one case studies with other studies that we can find in this link with some example, concrete example, real example for this practical application of digital tools. Regarding the traceability and traceability in food processing, in food with different stages. It's one of the best tools, one of the best part of any industry, any food industry, but also for other industry, not just for food industry, but also for cosmetic, for pharmaceutical industry. We use these tools of digitalization and traceability because of their benefit and advantage. And food processing digital traceability systems record batch data, processing condition, and quality checks. This improve control and consistency. For example, in dairy industry, for example, the control of the quality of your product between a raw material to finished product, for example, with this application, these tools enable collected data for any stage of manufacture of production, as you can see in this picture, for example, and I'll provide this food safety and also quality assurance systems, such as from farm to consumer. That, for example, in this example, explain that the digital traceability play an important role from farm to consumer with different steps from distribution, processing, retails to processing, and allow the collect data for any stage for any stage of chain. Automated record reduce human errors and improve compliance with food safety standards. Visual HACCP, a digital monitoring for hygiene and also for ISO 22000 are explained in this link. Traceability in distribution and logistics. During distribution, digital traceability ensures that storage and transport conditions are respected by analysis the different physical and chemical parameters such as temperature, acidity, humidity, and other parameters dependent of the nature of your product and the nature of logistic chain of your enterprise. Digital tools improve coordination between logistics partners and reduce delays and spoilage of your product, as you can see in this example of production chain from industry, from manufacturer to consumer of your product, and application of traceability using different tools. The tools that are used are dependent of the nature of your activity and nature of the stage or step of your process. Case examples from industry, real-world case studies illustrate how digital traceability performance across different contexts. For example, in this table, we have the case for dairy plant and retailer, and also for exporter with different tools, and a result for any part of the cases regarding transparency, trust, compliance of regulatory and loss reduction for any cases. About application in small and medium enterprises, the objective of this tools for traceability and digitalization is to facilitate the transparency and trust between food sector and consumer. It can adapt scalable and digital traceability solution adapted to their resource, mobile-based tools and code system reduces cost. As you can see in these pictures, the tools are applied dependent of the nature of your product and the nature of the stage of manufacture for your in the supply chain. Digitalization increase competitiveness and access to certified market for small producers. And about skills development throughout practice. Analysis of traceability of new digital tools applied in food sector play an important role. Develop technical, digital, and analytical skills, learns, gain experience, entrepreneurship, real data. In this link, we have some example from Europa and educational resource and tools, for example, and we can say this example. Learners are invited to analyze this example for skills from work to understand these skills that are very important and practice for this area. These skills are essential for future food processing, facing digital transformation, and also for image and for transparency of your food process. About competency of this digital and traceability, different competency are developed. For example, for digital data is data monitoring, collection of information, enabling and analysis of this data. For green competency, for waste reduction, for regarding minimized impact of environmental impact, and about entrepreneurial with the create links between traceability and digitalization and food supply chain. Also for competency regarding resilience is risk of response and minimize this risk using different tools and analysis. About this course in this five section is allowed digital explained that digital traceability strengthens food safety, quality, and transparency across the supply chain with all this with the creating of new tools and created new products, allowed creation of new product with high quality, as you can see in these pictures, also in these links for the benefit of traceability regarding transparency, trust, easy root causes analysis, improved company reputation, better consumer retention, and continuous improvement of your process. Smart technology transformed traceability from reactive to preventive systems with creation the value for your product and your enterprises. Challenges and limitation for this sector of traceability and digitalization. Despite this benefit, challenges include investment cost, data management, research and development aspect, and also for addressing these challenges to require training, policy support, compliance with regulatory, scalable solution, and art and research with development of a new aspect and new thematic for this for this digitalization and traceability. About future trends in digital traceability, trend is the new tools regarding blockchain, AI, big data. That is the new trends, the new research development that create trust, prediction, optimization, analysis of data. And in this link, you'll find more trends for this area of digitalization and traceability. In conclusion, this course prepares learners to understand and apply digital traceability in real contexts. Visual education tools are available in this link with more information, with detail, with references, and also completed in the course, in the manuscript, to have more information with more details regarding supply chain. For example, this picture from plant stage to consumer with step by step, and the application importance of these tools of traceability and new digital tools to control, monitoring, and development product with high quality. Digital skills and literacy are essential for sustainable food systems. After this course, we have a section regarding practical analysis. In the next step, we will analyze this practical section with some exercise the objective of this part is focus on apply theoretical knowledge throughout practical exercise. Practical activities will strengthen understanding and professional readiness, and also to practical this theoretic analysis with some cases of regarding traceability and digitalization applied in on food supply chain. That is all, and thank you, and see you in the next part of practical section.